Right. In today's class, I would like to play with two things. One of them is to use pattern fill, and with the information that Judy asked for the auto column, we can convert and use auto column on the edges. I also want to show you a little bit. Now, I hope you've got some notepads and note paper. I know the video clip is there. How to create your own stitches as well, especially on the outline stitches. So that's what we'll do today. Do we still have a ring back?
No.
No, it sounds good, Philip, here.
Okay, great. Right, so first things first, we've set up our embroidery area, 14 by 20. And I'm just going to go and use the shapes option at the top. So we go to shapes, from library, and let's go to basic shapes, and let's call up our heart and bring the heart in. So I've called up from basic shapes. You know that you can create some of the stuff that you use on a regular basis and go and save it actually under shapes as a template, so you can use it over and over and over and again. Did you know that?
No,
Yes.
that's doing on me.
Good.
No, I knew you could do it, yeah.
Yeah. So it's actually saving an EOF file there, so that you can call the EOF file up at any point in time and retrieve it again from the shapes file. Right, then now I'm going back to my transformation tool, the transformation icon at the top, and just set the size. And keeping aspect ratio on, I'm going to increase that to about 12 centimeters. And apply, and then close. You will see on the right hand side that we now have two objects, object number 1 and object number 2. Object number 1 would be your full stitch, and object number 2 would be your auto column or your satin stitch. If you look on the icon next to the pair of scissors there, you'll see that it's your satin stitch icon that's there. Right, if I now click on object number 1 and right click, go to generate stitches, it will actually do a full stitch area for us there. Just go over to 3D. You can see in 3D. Straightforward full stitch. I would like to go and change that to a pattern. So first thing first, parameters. Still have a bring back. Right, and then go to motif. Just waiting for the screen to change. In motif, drop down on the select item there, and let's go to motif number 2, and generate stitches on that. This is also typically what you will use when you do freestanding lace, to make sure that you've got a very good underlay. And it's there, 45 degrees. So I'm going to just take that and apply it to duplicate. transformation, apply to duplicate, and I'm going to do another apply to duplicate because object number 4 I want to change, and then take object number 2 and move it to the last one. Holding down on the right hand button, right click on the mouse, take it, pull it down up to object number 4, and then insert afterwards. So the stitching now is, there's 1, 2, 3 layers of stitching, and they will go over the whole area. In object number 3, I'm going to change the parameters there, and I would like to use that candle wicking length there. We can use the candle wicking, or rather go for motif number 9. Sound still alright?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay. If you use an organza or a tulle, one of these thin fabrics to work on, you can really go and use this facility to do lampshades and all that with the option that you can actually cut, put your placement down and cut away your other fabric at the back like an applique, and then you'll use the full stitch. This full stitch that we've used, the motif portions, to enhance that little bit where your light will shine through. So you've got your, let's say, a linen fabric. You've done your stabilizing item on it, and then you've done your first stitches, cut away, and then go back and then create your different motifs over your tulle area. Okay, what's going on now? Okay, am I back online again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can you hide?
This source for some reason. Yes, Betty?
Can you hide 2 and 3 so I can see what number 1 is?
I can go and hide.
Hide, and then to hide 3.
I've hidden 2 and 3 and 4 now. So item number 1 is now just the straightforward little squares that's there. You should be able to see it any minute now.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. And then now open number 2.
Okay, number 2 looks exactly the same, and the reason why I want to do that is to create an extra layer of stitching. So I'm going to open number 2 now.
Okay.
I think what I should do is just go and change the color for number 2, so that when I open that you can actually see number 2. So except for the color, there isn't really a difference between number 1 and number 2. Let me just unplug Annette here. Annette, welcome back.
I'm glad to be back. I don't know what happened with the dumb sound.
Your mic was just not there. For some reason I couldn't see it, so I couldn't open it up for you. Okay, Betty, so the second one is exactly the same as the first one. And then
Okay.
object number 3, I'm going to open that now. That is the full type number 9 that we've used, the motive type number 9 that we've used there.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to
Thank
use
you.
it as a applique, what we should do is on object number 1, take that and go to convert at the top and convert outline from fill, which will become object number 5, and we'll just move that then from object number 5. I just want to show you when it's there, back into object position number 1, and that will be your placement stitch. So you will typically go and put down your fabric, your linen fabric, in your hoop and do your very first stitch. That will be the placement stitch, and you can then take your tulle or your organza and put it over that area so that you don't have to use a big piece of organza or tulle. Okay, I'm just going to take that now there and just right click, move it up into position number 1. Insert before. That will be stitch color number 1. Let me just get that object in place. And let's get back there. So object number 1 in this case is your just your placement stitch. You need to replace object number 1 again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on number 1 and just duplicate it by using the convert menu at the top. And the convert menu, the transformation menu icon, and apply to duplicate. And your second object, the stitch setting for that will be a satin stitch. And if you've got pen and paper with you, you need to write this down. Your satin stitch, and you set your width and your density. You change your width and your density. So the width is normally how wide is your stitch, satin there. So we're going to take satin stitch width to 1.5, between 1.3 and 1.5. Let's go 1.5. And we take the density. And the density is how close is your satins together. So we're going to change the density to about a 15. And I'll zoom in for you so that you can actually see what that stitch looks like. So when you do applique, you need to make sure that you've got a placement stitch in place. Secondly, you need to make sure that whatever you want to applique to it, you need to be able to have that sewn in such a way that when you want to cut something away, that you can actually get closer to it with the scissors without it pulling through your stitching.
Can you print a template of number 1?
Can you print a template from number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4?
Number 1.
Okay, do you want to
so
see?
That would be the actual size.
Yeah, you can.
So you wouldn't have to trim it away.
Yes, Betty, you can. You can print a template from it, and that will use it. Remember, you need to add at least about, I would say, about 3/4 of an inch. No, not 3/4, 1/4 of an inch, which is about a centimeter. That's what the quilters normally use. Extra for the area, so that you can just use that for the cutting part. And you'll see now the zigzag stitching that we've got here. That little zigzags there. It'll grab it on the inside. It'll grab it on the outside of where the first stitching was. Okay. When you're going to cut away with this, and you're going to do something like a lampshade for argument's sake, you will cut away your the fabric. You're going to cut the linen fabric away and keep your tulle or your organza portion. You're going to keep that on top. Does that make sense? I'm drawing pictures and I'm not sure if the picture is coming through. Betty, do you understand that?
I do, but it would
Okay.
be nice just to cut the actual template without having to trim after you get it down, sewn down.
Okay. Okay. So then we'll cut the portion on the inside away, and then after that your organza will still be sewn to the top. You'll then go and sew layer number 3 or object number 3. Then object number 4, which goes exactly on top of that, and then object number 5. So if you do a lampshade and you've got 4 sides to it, each side will have your little heart in there. If you've got your globe on the inside, it will actually shine through that organza section, and it will not go through as clearly through your linen fabric that you've got at the back. Let me just check with Monica if there's any questions from Monica's side. Monica, any questions from your side? Right, so now we get to the satin stitch portion. Activating object number 6. And I go to my parameter screen there. And you'll see there's the density is there, all the other bits is there. Sample stitch, normal satin, that very first item there. In an applique scenario, you can go and put that down, or you can go for this object where it actually stitches on the edge. Just hold in place for you. And let's just go and generate stitches there. I can actually show you what it looks like.
Like a rim.
Okay, so your auto column is up now, or your satin stitch is up, and with me selecting that item, I think it was the 7th one down in the sample section, I actually have a stitch on the outside with a small satin on the outside, satin in the middle, and then a small section on the inside as well.
Oh.
Interesting.
Doesn't look as if you can see it yet. Is the screen slow tonight again? Candy, any comments from your side?
Can you make ornaments in the same way?
Can I make?
Ornaments, like Christmas tree ornaments?
Yeah. Yeah, you can make all your things that you hang on the Christmas tree. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. You'll do that in the same way. Annette, any question from your side?
I'm going to have to watch the first part of the film.
Okay. That's fine. Judy?
Yes. Would your layer 5 actually be supported if this didn't have organza?
Layer 5 at this point is if you look at the color scheme there, you'll see it's actually just going on the inside of layer 4. It's actually additional supporting effort there. It will not work as freestanding lace. That's why I suggested that you should use at this time still use organza. So the organza fabric will keep it there. But you can play with layer 5 in the sense that if you want to add, especially with Christmas around the corner, you would like to play with your gold, your metallic threads. That would be something that you can add to it to just enhance your design.
So you stitch over it.
Yeah, you stitch actually over it. You'll see that the penetration points of object number 5 is actually in the same position as where number 4 and number 3 is, where you've got the little square blocks in number 3 and number 4, and object number 5 is using the same penetration point, although it's moving in a bit and then go back into those same corners there. Just zoom in a little bit more.
But they would not be supported unless there was another layer on top in that.
No, for freestanding lace it will not work. Because with freestanding lace you need to have enough support there. But for having it on organza or having tulle fabric in, it will work fine. But not as freestanding lace. I think we should do a complete project on freestanding lace. And I think one of the best teachers in the world there is most probably Sue Box in Australia. I saw that last swans and stuff that she did, and I tell you, it was great. It sews out fantastic.
Say the name again.
Sue Box, S-U-E-B-O-X. I think she's SueBox.com.
Oh, okay.
Is her website.
Yes,
And
I know now.
And she's got that freestanding. I think the second last set that she brought out was the swans and the mint imperial holders and all that. With you guys in the States, there is Mary Osmond, Donnie's sister.
Oh.
And she's done very, very nice Christmas stuff, Candy. I don't know if I think you might be able to pick that up on, what do they call themselves? OSD, embroidery online, something like that.
Oklahoma embroidery.
Yeah, that could.
SD,
Yeah, Oklahoma embroidery. I think that could also be. I think I know they like family to Benina in the States. And but
Yes, they do.
I've seen that Mary Osmond has brought out 2 themes, Christmas themes, and it's all freestanding lace. Fantastic stuff. There's nice little lanterns that you can do, and this Christmas lights actually just fit into that little lanterns, and you hang them up, and you've got your little lantern hanging over the lights and all that. So yeah. Right. If I don't want to use the satin on the outside, this object number 6, I need to create some type of a outline that will hold my item in place, and this is where I would like to go and show you how to create your own outline. So I'm just going to go and stand at object number 1 and then go and create a duplicate from that. Let me change the color there to red. You can actually see it. Parameters, generate stitches. Oh my. Anybody can hear me? Weather. Nou, dat is het probleem. Offline. Why am I offline? Just lost my line. Thunderstorms over Joburg. What? Let's see if it's still recording. I'm not sure it's recording anymore. Might be.